Well, hello. Welcome to the 2025 Olhausen Iron City Invitational number 5. This is Lonnie Fox Raymond, and I'm in the booth with Dawn Hopkins.
Hello, everybody.
And we have a great A-side matchup here between two besties, Kristina Tkach and April the Grinder Larson.
Yeah, this is going to be a great match. On paper, of course, it looks like Kristina's the favorite, but that paper burns up when the match gets going because, April's a great player and also, so it's going to be good.
It is going to be good. All right, so we're going to watch these ladies. It looks like they have already lagged for the first break. Match rules, lag for the first break, alternate break format. 9-ball doesn't count on the break in the bottom 2 pockets. 3-point break rule is in effect. 3 consecutive fouls is a loss of game, and this is cue ball fouls only. Kristina Tkach has won the lag.
It's a nice break. She made a ball in the corner. Nice shot on the 1 ball. Let's see where the 2 is. The 2's right in the middle of the table, so it's just maneuvering around what I believe is the 6 ball up there next to the 1 to try to get good shape on that 2.
Yeah, and I don't know. I do think the 2 goes past the pink 4 into the corner, but if not, it does go on either side.
Yeah, there's a lot of pockets for that ball.
Yeah.
So just about every, well, maybe 2 pockets aren't available, but she should be okay.
All right, nice slide draw over to the right long rail.
Yeah, so she played it like it does go in the corner.
Oh, I'm sure it does. She would have played it totally different, I do believe.
Right.
So a good starting stroke on that 1 ball. This is a race to 8, ladies and gentlemen. This is an A-side matchup. If you're interested in following along with the brackets, we do post the link in the description of this video on our YouTube. If you're watching from Billiard TV and you're interested in becoming part of our chat family, we've got a really cool poll starting off for this during this match about who we're going to stream next. So if you want to be part of that poll and you're watching on Billiard TV, we need you to scoot on over here to WPBA Billiards on YouTube. All right, so Kristina's double checking. Looks like she may have to track forward on the shot, decide if she wants to shoot the 5 up table or if she can accept it to the side. She wants to go to the corner. Great shot.
Yeah, that was a nice shot.
She
Leaves
hit
a
that
natural angle for the 5 to get to the 6.
Very good shot. A good look at the room, ladies and gentlemen. Yeah, Kelly Fisher and Veronique Menard right next to these two. And Margarita Fefalova-Steyer is competing against Wei Su Chen, 3rd table in. And Jasmine Ocean is playing Kristina Zliteva at the top of your view. Some great A-side matchups here.
A good position here. Just drop back to the middle of the table. And then the 8 is nice layout to get to the 9. I don't see any problems here except just staying focused.
There's a really great picture that Steve Booth, a photographer, took of Kristina at Derby City, and she's sitting at a chair with her hands on the back of the chair and her chin on her hands. And everyone's like, "Oh, how sweet! She's supporting Fedor." She was watching April. She was supporting her best friend in Derby City for that picture. But it was a great picture. It's one of my favorites of Kristina, to be honest.
That's funny.
All right, there you go, ladies and gentlemen. Kristina Tkach taking the first rack. So about the poll that's in our current chat room for this particular live stream, you get to choose who we stream for the next round match at 7 p.m. The winner of Pia and Brianna versus the loser of Margaret and Weiwei, or the winner of Kaylee and Ashley Benoit versus Kristina Zliteva or Jasmine, the loser of Zliteva or Jasmine, the winner of Brittany versus Jordan, or the loser of Tkach versus an April. the winner of Savannah and Mai Tai versus the loser of Kelly and Vero. So please, if you're interested, go check that out. We need your input on who's going to be our 7 o'clock live stream match.
Yes, and they don't have to remember all that, right?
No,
they can go
they
and
can see
it'll be
it.
there.
Yep.
All you have to do is click a button, so
Yeah.
it's really easy.
Super easy.
Watch the cue ball. That's not good.
Uh-oh.
What a great break. Okay.
My noise effects, folks. Dawn, she liked that.
I did, and I didn't get to use it in the last when I did the commentary and you were playing. So I'm glad that you remembered that.
Monica, she says, how do I change my vote? I don't know. That's a good question. I don't know if you can. Go to a different YouTube account. See,
Yeah.
grab somebody's phone. Ask them if you can go to their YouTube. All right, so Kristina comes to the table with ball in hand.
A little overshot here.
Yeah, she knows it right away. You could see she
Yeah.
she felt that.
And she took a long time on the ball in hand, and that's good that she does that, but sometimes you get like too much in your head.
Mm-hmm.
when
I
you're
could do
doing
this
that.
or I could do that.
Yeah,
or
yeah.
too many options, right?
Well, the 5 made the everything a little bit different. The 5 was kind of in the way of getting around.
Make sure you cast your votes, folks. All right, so don't forget the poll is currently in the chat room. I don't know how to change it, so make sure you vote properly. And I do want to talk a little bit about these two players here. So Kristina is our current ranked #1 player on the WPBA. But not only that, Kristina is the world #1 player in rank. She also is the current world 10-ball champion. So she's currently amazing. And she also got voted Player of the Year by Billiard Digest.
That's a good choice.
Yeah, Predator-sponsored player. So I think most of us are familiar with that about Kristina if you follow pool. She's a very, very, very dedicated player for the Predator group.
You know what I love? Is that she has her dad here with her from Russia.
Mm-hmm. He's her coach.
Yeah, that's cool.
Yeah, so one thing that I do love about Kristina is that when you catch her in the practice rooms, she'll have her earbuds in and she's on the phone. And I'm positive she's talking to her dad. She's talking to her dad during her practice session, and I think that's fantastic.
Yeah.
The relationship. Some relationships in father to daughter are not so easily coach to student, and
Right.
theirs is very natural. So,
Well, I asked him, I said, and of course I had to do this through translation
Yeah.
because, so she asked him what was something memorable from when she was a child, like one of her biggest,
Okay.
his biggest memory, and he said that she never listens to me.
well, clearly she listens a little because this
Yes.
young lady plays some great pool, and her dad is no slouch. All right, there you go, folks. Kristina Tkach, 2-0 over April the Grinder Larson. All right, folks, we had to cut that little video short. Apologies for that. We'll finish it eventually. Kristina Tkach was ready to break. She usually takes a little more time racking, so I thought I had the time. Unfortunately, we did not. And we don't want to miss an ounce of action, so.
Oh. So she just came shy of the side pocket, which brought it up to the corner. Nice controlled break. I love that the cue ball is in the middle of the table. So
Unfortunately, it wasn't legal, though. She did not make a compliant
yes. I keep
break.
forgetting about that part.
I will tell you, she is very, very good to let you know that she was not compliant. I will tell you that about Kristina. She and sometimes players don't catch it because she typically makes balls on the break,
Yeah.
but she is really, really good at letting you know that she's not made a compliant break.
Well, that's the honest thing to do.
I would say that a lot of the girls here at the WPBA are that way.
Oof, that was chancy.
For example, Monica and I were playing a match. She three fouled me, but she didn't call me on two, so I didn't say anything about the three. And she knew she didn't call me on two, so I think she just let me get away with that one because I was already in the hole. You know,
We missed it up here in the
Yeah,
booth, but
no.
one of the people on the
Fans,
stream
yeah.
mentioned it, and
Yeah.
I said, yeah.
Yeah, we kind of, I think I knew and she knew, but she kind of let me get away with that one, which is fine. She was beating me anyway, so it's good. But I think we both knew that we weren't exactly, like, she didn't call me, I didn't tell it, you know what I mean? So it is what it is. She still smoked me, so there's that. All right, so unfortunately, April got a little off on the three, and now she's even more off on the four.
Yeah, but nice. I think this might be a nice opportunity to just stick the cue ball behind the 5, but as long as she doesn't run into the 9 ball. So, and she is on the rail, so it might be hard to get that low English, or she could just, she's looking at the shot. So to me, if the safety's as hard as the shot, I'm going to go for the shot. If I can get position.
She's, oh,
Yeah, big mistake there. So she's starting off really rough. I don't know that.
that's a bummer.
That's a bummer.
See, I feel like that song just definitely makes for the moment.
Yeah.
That's a bummer. All right. So we'll quit twiddling with the sound effects. Don't forget about the poll in our chat, ladies and gentlemen. It's a really cool poll. We'd really appreciate your feedback at the moment. It looks like people are wanting to see the winner of Pia and Brianna versus the loser of Margaret Aweiwei. So if you don't agree with that, go back in and make sure you vote. All right, Kristina's taking full advantage of that ball in hand. Pretty simple out for Kristina. Yeah, so neither of these ladies, I mean, no matter what happens in this match, neither of these ladies are eliminated. They're just one's going to take the scenic route.
Right, that's right. Get more for their money,
That's
as I
right.
say. Okay, I had to do that.
She couldn't help it. She wanted to hit
I
the button.
needed to push a button.
Atta
One
girl.
of her sound effects buttons. Sorry about that, you guys. But
Sorry, guys. It is kind of fun, though. You got to admit. I know some people don't enjoy the sound effects. It's just a funsy thing. You know, we spend a lot of hours in the booth, and it does make it a little bit more light. All right, so Kristina has completed that rack with the unfortunate ball in hand from April. April will be racking and breaking. They are breaking with the one on the spot, the cue ball behind the line. They don't have a break box, so they do get to choose. They're using the perfect rack, which is the official template rack of the WPBA. All right, so April does make the one in this side.
yep, she's got it. Something on the 2, a very natural angle to get over for the 3 in the
It was
the side
compliant.
pocket.
She made 2 balls on the break. She was concerned as to whether or not it was compliant.
Yeah, I gotta keep
Oh, I
my
thought she
eye
made
out
2.
on
She
that.
only made 1?
Maybe that 6 is not. Oh, there she is. Okay, yeah. So 2 are over. She made 1.
Yes. I thought she made the 5 in the corner. It went towards the corner, so I must have missed that.
It's
Yeah,
pretty close to the line.
Yeah,
so
but
it's the base
6
of the ball, right?
It's the plane. Edge of the ball doesn't matter. It doesn't have to be the base of the ball. It just
Okay.
has to cross the plane, even the smallest little inkling of it.
Okay.
All right, guys.
It's a way to stay with it. She's got an easy shot in the side, so this rack is pretty open here.
Don't forget to vote. We've got over 600 viewers, and we only have 100 votes. So I know that somebody's dropping the ball.
Well, some of them are new. I think we were at 400 when you mentioned it last time. So maybe there's
Oh,
a couple
okay.
hundred that don't know.
Yeah, so if you're
That,
currently watching it on YouTube and you want to vote, there's a poll inside your chat. Please go check that out. We need some fan input for our 7 o'clock matchup.
so both of these girls have been on the road quite a bit and have said they've been traveling a lot, and so it's kind of tough on them sometimes. You know,
Oh, yeah.
you're out there a lot.
It is tough. We these ladies both just came from Derby, both of them having excellent finishes in the 9 ball. April was defeated in approximately 55th place, somewhere in that range, out of 500. And Kristina Tkach, I think, finished top 25. I may be a little off by a number or two, but it's close.
And that's all open.
Yeah, it's an open
Any
event.
men, women, any
500
ranking
players. Yep, there were 500 players in that event.
of
And
any level, though, right?
yes, and 3 of the 4 ladies from the WPBA made it to the top 100.
That's great.
Yeah. So we were really proud. We were really excited for them, and we made sure to broadcast as many of their matches on our YouTube as we possibly could. So if anyone's interested in watching any of those as well, you'd have to go subscribe to our YouTube channel so you can watch those matches from the Derby City Classic.
So April came up a little bit. She actually went a little too far on that, but got away with it there. So it's not good to bump into balls if you can help it.
Well, the good thing is she's not bumping into her next ball. She's using it to hold her cue
Right.
ball for her next ball. So
Right.
that works out much better.
Uh-oh. Just keep. Okay, she's all right. I was worried about that side pocket.
All right, so this 9 ball to get on the board for the grinder. And Pia, I think Pia had she was top 14, but I think she was 11th, actually. I'm sure there was quite a few that lost in that same position, but I don't know exactly the number, but I wanted to say I read somewhere it was like 11th place. Let me see. We're going to find the grinder's bios. Yeah, so she is a Peach Hour Custom Cued sponsored player. She's also sponsored by Iron City Billiards, our host, as well as Olhausen Billiards, which is our headlining sponsor of this event. Decision Investments, International Billiards Association, Fort Worth Billiards, Rush Automotives, Wild Things Antiques, Castillo Leather Goods, which is a WPBA sponsor as well, and Jam Up Apparel.
That's a pretty long laundry list.
She does, absolutely. Kristina was a 2-time event winner here at the WPBA last season with multiple 2nd and 3rd place finishes throughout the season. We did have, she is on that intro season opener video that we share, and there's a reason she has 2 pictures on there because she's a double winner.
From the Iron City event?
Yeah,
she won here twice,
yep.
so they're both very comfortable in this room.
Well, she won at Iron City, and then what was the other event she won? It wasn't just Iron City. There was another one.
I don't know.
She got 2nd in Michigan. I'm going to have to remember this now that she did win twice last year, though. I can't believe. Oh, Rail Yards, duh. That's her home pool room.
Oh, okay.
She won at Rail Yard as well in Louisville. So 2 events. Allison Fisher was the only other player to win 2 events last season. She won in South Carolina, and she won the first Olhausen event of the year last year here, or Iron City event.
And we miss Allison. She was supposed to be here, but she had some issue with her arm, so
I think she's doing some
she's
physical
working.
therapy.
Yep.
You know, she'll be. We all sending her good vibes. We miss her. Oh, difficult long shot there for April to get started. Now, last year when Kristina won here, last season. I actually streamed her match against April last year.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, so I feel like this is a bit of a deja vu moment.
And who won that match?
Kristina, but April, she fought really hard. I thought April was going to snap it off, but Kristina ended up winning that match. But April did fight for it, that's for sure. Don't forget about the poll, folks. It is important. We need your input.
So I asked Kristina like what she's been doing at home, and she of course says she loves to cook and do laundry. It's like a it's like a thing with Russians, she said, where they just like to be homemakers.
Mm-hmm.
So she has that in her blood. But she said if she wasn't doing pool, guess what she would be doing? Take a guess.
She'd be a vet.
Close.
I know the answer to this because I've seen her tell other people this, but I
Oh,
can't remember it. What is
Pet
it?
groomer.
There you go.
She
I
would
knew
be
it
a
was like
pet
something to
groomer.
do with animals. I think half of us girls would be like veterinarians or grooming pets or that's funny. That makes sense though. That sounds about right.
Yeah, she just likes to like you know,
Take care of
take care of the
things.
animals. Not a
Yeah.
veterinarian who has to see all the blood and guts, probably, but
All right, so looks like April's back at the table. She is stretched out very awkwardly over this pink four. This is not all ball foul event. This is cue ball fouls only. So by some chance she bumps one of those balls, it's going to be just fine. All right, so fortune does favor the bold occasionally. Looks like she's sitting pretty good on this too. Maybe a real thin cut.
yeah, very thin, and maybe run into the 9 a little bit to stop the cue ball. Because she's not going to be able to obviously hold the cue ball on that side of the table. So she just has to make sure she gets good on that 3. Yeah, I don't think she wanted that. I think she wanted to hit the 9 ball and stop the cue ball. So now she's got a problem. Oh, she missed the 2. Look at it, it's just hanging in the pocket.
Oh boy. And she wouldn't have had much of a shot on the 3.
No, not at all.
Wow.
Good control, very good control. Sometimes when you use the rail on that, you never know where the cue ball's going to go. So it's better sometimes just to draw it straight out.
Straight off the ball. Nice touch. Very good control there by Kristina. I will tell you this, and I know that a lot of the fans at home they'll agree with this. So watching the ladies, Kristina and Pia and April play at Derby City, one thing I can tell you about them is their pace of play was amazing.
Yeah.
And it was so much better than the guys. The guys were so slow by comparison. And I have to say that because we always play on I mean, we're basically always on a shot clock. Now, they don't put you on a shot clock in every match unless you don't hit a certain number by a certain time. But we are all very, very used to playing on a shot clock.
Right.
And you could tell because these ladies, their pace of play was amazing. It was so much easier to watch than some of the men. Like, because they were just playing at a steady pace. And I really think that's conducive to the shot clock here at the WPBA.
Yeah, I agree.
All right, so Kristina Tkach extending her lead. Throwing that rack out for the grinder.
You know, the other thing is when I watch them, their approach to the table is always pretty much, if you watch her, she's got the same approach to the table every time. And a lot of the girls do that. But I don't know that the men do that. I think they have different rhythms.
Mm-hmm.
And I think having that same rhythm gives you more confidence.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah, it's definitely, I just really was very, I was pleasantly surprised while I was doing all the commentary and the streaming for the Derby City that I was very, very surprised. It was actually like watching paint dry some of the men's matches because I was like, just shoot the ball already, you know? But we're so spoiled because our girls play at such a great pace and such a high level
Yeah.
that it was very impressive to see how competitive our girls were in such a large, dominantly male field. So I was really pleased with that, and I was very proud of all the ladies.
Well, there's still plenty of people out there that feel like the women, there is no real reason why the women can't be up there with the men.
No.
But, maybe it's, who knows, it could be the numbers of people that play, the number of women versus the number of men.
Well, we blew that out of the water because we had 4.
Yeah.
They
4
had
out of
500.
500.
No, there were
what's
other
our
women.
percentage?
Yeah, there were other women, but I meant like 4 ladies from the WPBA that
Right.
were playing in the event.
Right.
I don't mean there weren't more. There were lots more women, and they made great showings as well. So kudos to all the girls out there grinding, playing against them men, showing them what's up.
It's nice that they have an event where they can do that.
Yeah. Well, and like Kristina, she played in the banks as well. And then Pia Filler, she played in all 3 events, the banks, the 1 pocket, and the 9 ball. So she really, she made it 4 rounds in the 1 pocket, which I think is pretty impressive.
Yeah.
But that event had 400 players, and the 9 ball banks had 476 players.
Wow.
And so they all made it a few rounds in that as well. So it was a good look for the girls. I was proud of them.
The more of that you can learn, it's going to help your 9 ball game. It's going to help all your
Absolutely.
games. So to me, the best player in the world is the one that knows all of the games.
That's right.
And when I say all, I mean the main ones: straight pool, 1 pocket, 9 ball, even 8 ball,
Or 10, yeah.
10 ball.
Yeah,
Well,
rotation
10 ball
games.
to me is the same thing.
Rotation games. All right, so Kristina's making quick work here. She had that. Looks as though the 8's right in front of the side pocket, so her position from the 6 to the 7 is going to be key. I think she's going to be just fine.
And I really like her hesitation. She's the first player that I've seen that does that, where, she's got a couple of small strokes, but then she stops at the cue ball and just sits there for quite a while till I suppose her eyes can, focus totally on the shot, and then pulls the trigger.
Something else too. When Kristina, it's gotten better. It used to be much slower and more exaggerated, but now it's much smoother. She's clearly worked on that. But I will tell you that when we first used to stream Kristina and she was working on all of that, there were times where I was like, is the stream froze?
Yeah.
Because she was stuck there. And
Still
I
is.
love the pace now. The improvement is beautiful to watch, and she's very, very easy to watch. So this 9 ball, ladies and gentlemen, to extend her lead 5-1 over April Larson. All right, nice shot.
It's a big lead. April's going to
is.
have to put the gas on pretty soon.
All right, guys, so they're saying there's only 5 more minutes, and they're going to close the poll. So if anyone hasn't already been into the chat room for our YouTube channel, please go. We have over 800 viewers inside the stream. If you guys could take just a second and check out the poll. Currently, at the moment, we've got the winner of Pia and Brianna versus the loser of Margaret and Weiwei in the lead. If that's not the match you want to see at 7 o'clock,
Yeah,
I
there's
would
a couple of
suggest
close ones there,
yeah,
though.
I would suggest you get in there and do your voting. If you're watching on Billiard TV, please come on over to WPBA Billiards on YouTube and get on the poll. Just a few more minutes left.
Is this the first time you've done the poll?
For matches, we do polls regularly, which is why I feel like our chat room is so much fun. But to let the fans pick the next match, yeah, definitely, yeah.
I think it's a
believe
good
it's the first
thing.
time.
We don't like to have to choose that.
Right. Oh, that's not
everybody's
for
like,
us. It's
why?
for them.
Yeah, why do we? What does she get to get on, and I don't get to get on? You know, if you get some of that, or It just takes it out of the hands of anything
Yeah,
like
like
that.
nobody here is making that decision. Just the fans are making the 7 o'clock decision.
Right.
So, all right. So Kristina back at it. Oh,
Yeah,
oh,
she flew
it's
that
gonna end
one.
up under the 2. This is dangerous. All right, a lot of pace there. She cut that ball so nicely, but the cue ball just wouldn't slow up.
So she's got to figure out a safety here. I don't know that thinning it is going to be it. Yeah, I would say just to drop it, even double bank it to the back rail. Maybe try to get it be underneath the 6 ball up there.
Yeah, she can just elevate her cue and bank the 2 out if she likes, but she's going to, looks like she's going to try to thin it and bank it back towards the center diamond. Is that?
There's a lot of balls in the way of that
Yeah.
direction. That's the only problem. So I think there's not a big cut on this.
There she goes.
Yeah.
She is on a 40-second shot clock, ladies and gentlemen, with 1 40-second extension per rack. They do get 60 seconds after the break.
I would have liked to seen her hit that harder and get it to double bank down the other end, because now it leaves it open if you don't hit it perfect.
So you're guaranteed to leave her long, right? No matter what, if you hit it with a little more pace.
Well, a little more pace would have put it on the back rail, and then the cue ball would, could come behind the 9 or whatever. But at the least, if there's these windows here,
You've got options. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah.
Oh.
See, she gave her a free shot at it, and April just hasn't caught her stroke yet. That was a tough shot because she's shooting off the rail, which is good. That's the one pocket, knowledge that Kristina probably is bringing in. If you play a lot of one pocket, you do that a lot. You leave people on the rail, and so that's going to help her game there.
all right, guys. So after this match, we'll check scores going on around the room, or after this rack. Sorry, not this match, but this match is a little ways from over. So this is our race to 8, ladies and gentlemen. This is an A-side matchup here at the Olhausen Iron City Invitational. These girls are one of 8 ladies on the A side still currently. Other women on the A side, Kristina, Tkach, and April. We got Kelly Fisher and Veronique Menard, Margarita Fefalova and Wei Su Chen, and Kristina Zlateva and Jasmine Ocean. And I'm going to let you guys know this is pretty wild. All the matches are 2-2 except for this feature matchup, and Kelly and Vero are 3-1.
Yeah.
So
with Kelly shooting, you'd
everybody's-
think it would
yeah.
be.
You would think this match would be more Kelly's scoreline.
Yes.
Because she plays so
Yeah,
fast, right? But
right.
she's 3-1 over Veronique. So she's definitely doing her thing. All right, nice. Oh,
Ooh,
very close to bumping it. She took a big deep breath there.
Yeah,
like, whoo.
shaking her head a little bit.
Nice look of what's going on in the room. This side of the room is all A-side matchups.
There's Kelly there racking up, so that must have moved the score again. Yeah, 4-1 now. And this will make it 6-1 if she makes this ball.
Nice look at Kristina's Predator logo on her arm. Great shot. All right, got the fans appreciating what's going on in the room. Kristina Tkach up 6-1 over April Larson.
I don't know if this has anything to do with it, but April didn't get a lot of time on the table before she started her match. I didn't even see her in the room until about 15 minutes before the match started, and then she had a couple things she was doing ahead of she was signing some autographs or doing something, and so I was wondering when she was going to get to the table to hit balls. So maybe it does and maybe it doesn't. I think you need to settle down before you shoot. Because when you're having conversations with people and, it just kind of,
It's hard to get focused and
yeah,
settled in.
yeah.
Yep. All right, so it looks like they have finished the poll, and it looks as though the winner of Pia Brianna will be playing the loser of Margaret and Weiwei on the feature table at 7 o'clock.
That's a good choice.
I do think so as
Yeah.
well. I absolutely think so. There's another look at what's going on around the room.
Jasmine's down the end, breaking.
Kelly's starting to catch a pace. She's up 4-1.
She says, hey, wait, I want to be the first one done. Oh, she missed that. That looked like an easy shot that Kelly missed. She's not happy about that.
Speaking of Kelly, Horo Tips is one of her sponsors, and I have been wanting to make some tip changes. So I asked Kelly her opinion on a few things. Obviously, she's a world champion and one of the best to play the game, and so I was curious what her thoughts were. And so I have actually made 2 tip adjustments, one on my break cue and one on my shooting cue that I will be going home to work with. I've already had them replaced since my last match.
Wow.
I figured now's as good a time as any. We got a couple months off, right?
Yeah,
So better go home and work on it. But I was really appreciative of the information from Kelly Fisher, and so if you guys are interested in any Horo tips, please reach out. And I'm pretty excited about it, so I'll be posting how I feel about it going forward as well.
It's a lot when you change any equipment.
No.
It's a lot to adjust to.
Absolutely.
I don't know how Monica Webb came in here, just received a brand new stick 2 days before the event, or maybe it was her stick that had been cut down 3 inches.
Oh, wow.
And 3.5 ounces. That's
Wow.
a big change 2 days before the event, and played really well with it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, she makes adjustments. I would say after this amount of time in playing pool, we would be pretty, even though we may not be super comfortable, I think we could make at least enough adjustments, in a quick notice. I think we could handle it okay.
I don't know. Some people, they change a cue or something and they can never get used to it.
Oh, that's true. Shafts especially. I
Yeah.
think that's a big thing, making
Yeah.
adjustments in that regard. All right, so it looks like April's back at the table. She does have a very decent starting shot on the 2.
And the 3 does go in the side, right? What do you think?
Well, I think she's looking at that. She must be going to the right long rail, so she's probably looking at 2 rails out of the corner.
Yeah, she's got to try it in the side because I don't know, unless she can pop it off that rail to come over behind it where her hand is, because the 9 is there.
Oh, great shot.
Yeah.
Great, nice stroke. Got herself back in the window. She's got to accept a bit more of a cut shot, and I'm hoping that she's not cueing awkwardly over the brown 7, because that always makes these a little more difficult. Adds like a small degree of difficulty. Yeah.
Whoa, that was close. Did she get by?
Yeah,
I
I
believe
think
she did.
Yeah, I think she's okay.
Stop the cue ball there and play the 4 down the corner, maybe? I don't know. This was not a great angle. She could draw it behind the 6. You don't want to flirt with the side pocket scratch.
She's got a very long bridge here.
Yeah, I think she's just going to very slowly roll it up, it looks like. So see how close she came to the side pocket. The easier you hit it, the less bounce it's going to get off the object ball.
Nice shot.
Yeah, that was very well
especially
played.
with that long bridge.
Yeah.
All right, so just gonna roll this in gently. Get the cue off the rail.
See, she's just getting little funny angles. It's only an inch difference, right? So she's got too much angle on this 7. And you don't want to play on the short side of the 8. If she rolls forward, she might roll too close to the 8 ball. So let's see if she's going to, looks like she's jacking up to, she can either like really hit it and come back and out again, or she's going to squeeze onto the right side of the screen with that cue ball. No,
Sorry, I almost
no
missed
good.
the whole shot, but
That doesn't.
yeah, that was the
doesn't
shot you were
work.
speaking of. If she's gonna draw it to her and come back out, but
Yeah,
that's
you had to pound that.
Yeah,
I
had to
didn't like
really
that
hit it.
shot. I didn't like it. But the thing was getting the bad position from the 6 to the 7. It only was a matter of another inch, and that's seems to be what's happening with her. She's starting with a difficult shot and then getting worse and worse, and
just having a hard time getting back in line.
yeah.
Yeah. Well, and like you said, she came in kind of rushed and really didn't have a lot of warm-up time. Kristina had been in here quite a few minutes.
Yeah.
Almost as soon as the last round was over, Kristina was on the table. So
Yeah.
April may have had some traffic issues or got a little caught up somewhere. Who knows? But she wasn't actually on the table getting much warm-up
So you
prior
think
to the match.
she's going to bank this, knowing that she's
6-1 in the lead.
6-1. She's also comfortable with bank shots. The only other thing is to leave a bank for April and give her the shot. So she's not going to bank it.
She's playing the containing safety, I think.
Yeah.
Hit it a little bit fat, so it almost like double hit and pushed a little wide.
Yeah. I got to cross bank this one, I think. This is I mean, you can put the 8 down here on the bottom rail, but there's no ball to hide behind, so it's just leaving your opponent something again. Yeah, I like that shot.
Oh, nice
Even though
shot.
she missed it, but look, she got a little
doubles
lucky
her up.
there.
Yeah. Doubles her up there.
Where the 9's close to the rail, it's making it a little bit easier. It's not on the rail, but I'm not sure what she's waiting for.
Decision. To make a decision.
Yeah?
She's deciding. I think she's still deciding on what she wants to do. Because there's no one behind her, so she doesn't have to wait for anyone.
Ooh. Let's see if she got away with it. So April can probably cut it in, but a cue ball is going to go flying. So the main thing is to protect the cue ball, to just know where your line is on that cue ball and keep it away from the scratches, because the 9's sitting right there in front of the pocket. Very nice. Very nice shot.
All right, April gets one back. She looks at Kristina like, thanks, bud. We appreciate you. Oh.
Well, I've seen a number of matches like this where the score is like this, 6-2, and then the other player just slowly creeps back and it ends up being like a hill match or
All right, guys. So these are some of the scores going on around the room. Kelly Fisher is up 4-2 over Vero. Wei Su Chen is extended. She's 4-2 over Margarita Fefilova Steyer. Jasmine Ocean is up 4-3 over the Slayer. Pia Filler is taking a dominant lead, 5-1 over Brianna Miller. Ashley Benoit and Kaylee McIntosh are sitting at threes. Brittany Bryan is up 5-2 on your young junior player Jordan Helfrey. And Mai Tai Ropero is up 4-3 over Savannah Easton. So long ways to go in lots of those matches. So Kristina does make one, and she is compliant with the 3-point rule.
Yep, and I think she tapped the spot on the table where she wants her cue ball to sit for the 2. Just go back and forth across the table. Not too hard, though. Yeah, that's perfect. Just get a nice roll down for the 3 ball.
Well, hello, Tyler. Thank you for tuning in. Karen Kaur actually has played in a few of our events in the last. She came to Michigan. She didn't make it out of stage 1, though. She did have a tough draw in stage 1. But I think that might be the only one that she played in last year. Karen still plays. You'll see her play in a lot of the Philadelphia events on PA Pro-Am. I know she does show up to a lot of his women's state events. So, she is still around. I do believe she has a regular day job, though, so
Yeah,
she's a busy lady, you know.
She does, and she has a different life now. It's she's just making different choices right now, and she enjoys her life. She's happy, but so being out here on the road with the girls, and it's a lot of work.
It is
to
a
keep
lot of
your
work.
game up and everything, and she just has other priorities in life. As long as she's happy, that's it.
Actually, you know what? Ashley Benoit just recently won the women's, I think it was the 8-ball Pennsylvania State 8-ball event, and I think she ended up beating Karen Kaur in the finals. Not too long ago, I actually did commentary for a few of their matches.
That was a good speed, really good speed. Just put a little high right hand English and follow down. Try to get a little bit below that side pocket. Get straight for the 8. It might be a tad short, but that's okay. She can just draw it back to the rail on the right.
I think Emily Duddy's downstairs. I can hear her. I think she's downstairs taking people's money on the shuffleboard table. I can
just
hear her
played.
down there.
I had 15 minutes, and she wanted to play a doubles match. So, her and Ada and I and this other person, we did it in 15 minutes.
Let's put it like this: Duddy and Dawn over here, they smoked them in about 15 minutes. So
I was like, I gotta go in 15 minutes. I gotta make this quick. So, bing, 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 bing. I think we beat them 11-0.
oh,
They never got a
geez.
point.
Dawn talking smack in the booth, folks. All right, so I seen some comments in the chat about Vivian Villarreal. I haven't seen Vivian for years either. She just disappeared. So I hope she's living her best life, and if she's watching, Vivian, we wish you the best. We hope you're doing okay.
Yep. Okay, April's got to make something happen. This is it. Kristina's on the hill. She can't make another mistake. So that was good break. Very nice break. I liked her break, but look where the 2 is. It just stuck on that back rail.
All right, so she's going to remove that perfect rack from the table.
She's going to have to play a safety here, maybe cross over the 2 and put it up at the other end of the table, or whatever there's multiple ways to play this, but it's what she's comfortable with. Yep, Just cross it over. I think she hit that one a little hard and is going to leave a window. She is leaving a window there.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure Kristina has a clear window at that too. No question. It's just a lot of distance. So she has to decide, does she play offensively? I feel as though the score line says that she might be all right to play offensively, especially an alternate break.
Well, if it leaves her a shot afterwards, but there's a lot of
A
traffic
lot of
down
traffic.
here.
She's going to have to come through the 7-9 if she
Well, that was kind of fortunate. She almost scratched, and it killed the cue ball in that corner. It looked like. I don't know. She might have had a ton of English on to do that too. But she's going to bring out her jump stick now. We're going to see a little jump stick action.
Remember that April is a Peach Hour sponsored player, so that is her Peach Hour jump cue.
But you don't want to hit the right side of the two because that's a possible scratch.
Oh,
You know, it almost looked like she was aiming not to hit when she was jacked up. You could see the stick lined up to where she didn't even hit the two going in. She hit the rail first.
Yeah.
Just kick the two up above the 6, maybe.
Yeah.
No, hit it
She
too.
caught it.
Yep, too full. So this is an easy safety right here. She could just stick it on the 9 ball, slide the 2 past the 8.
We all tried to lean to move to see it, like April's gonna
Like
get
it's
out of the
gonna
way
work.
or something. We
That's
both
so
did
funny.
it. Oh, you guys, we both leaned to like
Oh, she's
see on the
playing
other
the
side of
9
April.
here. Is she playing the 9? Free
It
shot?
might be a free swing at it. Not really free, but you know.
Yeah.
And I think that it has leaked. I do believe that Kristina can see the edge of that too.
That was kind of a smart try, though. But
It was. And hitting the 9 stops the cue ball.
Mhm.
So it's a great look at the room. B side on the left, A side on the right. You can see all the spectators here enjoying their VIP. Some of those seats are very comfortable. Enjoying their VIP seating.
yep. Oh, can she see a little edge of the 2? This has got to be hit very. If she's going for the shot, she's just going to go for it. Either that, or you just very lightly hit that.
Curious. I
2
think she
ball.
has just the edge, so she's just gonna.
No,
She's going for
it.
it. Swish.
What a shot!
Nice shot.
That was a great shot. Woo!
That was a great shot. Now she's got quite a steep angle on the pink 4. But sometimes the risk may be worth the reward.
Oh, she gave that a funny little swing. Her arm didn't go straight on that one. But Kristina's going to be kicking at this ball, I think. If she could hit it, I don't even know if she could get a safety out of it. There are the 2 balls there, the 6 and the 8. Yeah, she's just going to poke and hope. And she's okay. Another safety back here. I don't believe she can see enough of that 4 ball to hit the combination. So if you just slice the 4 against the rail, put it behind the 9, leave the cue ball above the 9. But it's touchy because you got to watch the scratch here too. Right, it's so close to going right in the corner pocket.
Wonder if she can. Oh,
No, she
I
hit.
think that's a
Yeah,
foul.
it is a foul,
Yeah,
definitely.
so April is going to give up the ball in hand. Kristina Tkach needing this rack to complete the set and advance to the final four on the A side here. The Olhausen Iron City Invitational.
I've noticed some players looking like what she just did, making sure she's not touching the 6, even though it's not foul on all balls in this. It's not on the streaming. I've seen several players on streaming look down and be very
Just to be
careful about
careful
not
not to
having
move
things to
it.
touch it.
I mean, I think, and too, like these ladies, a lot of these ladies also play in world events, and that is all ball fouls.
Right, because they
So
have
it's just natural for
referees
them. Yeah, it's just
available.
natural
Yeah.
for them to be mindful of that. That actually happened with Monica and I in the first rack. She's like, Lonnie, I'm afraid you're going to move the 9. I was shooting the 8, bridging over the 9, so I had to stand up and talk to her, and then I got down and missed the 8.
Oh,
But she stopped me, and I kind of, I was already
yeah.
in a bit of a rhythm, which is perfectly fine. That's how pool works. But we were also mindful of the fact that I was touching the 9 or going to touch it with my shirt.
Right.
I don't really know exactly.
I can't wear my loose shirt clothing anymore. You got to wear the tight clothing if you're going to have foul on all balls, which it should be, I think.
Absolutely.
Well, a little overstroke here, but she's very fine. She's taking an extension because why not? And she doesn't have to think about the clock at all. She hasn't used an extension. Yeah, that's a long time frozen on that ball.
Yay. Oh, and the besties, they hug. So congratulations to Kristina Tkach. She is in the final four of the A side here at the Olhausen Iron City Invitational. April Larson, the grinder, is not out. She is just going to have to take the scenic route. So I want to say thank you to Dawn Hopkins for getting
for
in the
having
booth.
me.
She's always so awesome to help me out when she's at the events. So thanks to Dawn. It's always nice to have a seasoned veteran in the booth to give us some great commentary. So.
Thank you.
All right, folks. So it looks like they did pick a winner. I do believe it is the winner of the Pia Brianna match versus Margaret and the loser of Margaret and Weiwei. So let's check out the scores. Margaret and Weiwei. Margaret. Oh, the score is currently 6-2 in Weiwei's favor. So if it continues at that pace, it looks like it's going to be Margaret playing the winner of Pia and Brianna.
No, not Margaret.
Well, yeah, it's 6-2. So the loser of that match.
Oh, the loser.
Yeah,
okay,
we'll play our 7 o'clock. Yeah,
right. Yep.
because they're on the A side. So Pia is currently on the hill over Brianna Miller. So, folks, this may be a good one. Maybe Pia Filler versus, oh, it is Pia Filler. Just updated. Pia Filler has advanced. So Pia Filler will play the loser of Weiwei and Margarita next at 7 o'clock on the stream. We've got an hour before that happens. I'll tell you what, guys. Let me pull this camera back and see what I can get us into. I don't know if I'll stay with this view or not, or if I'll go to the other. But there's a little bit of action.
On the third table down, right?
Yeah, they're on Margaret and Wei are the third table in your view. Hold on just a second. I'm going to try to focus this in for you guys. I know it's going to be a little funny for a second, but I promise it'll get better. All right, and you've got Brittany Bryant playing Jordan Helfrey to the left. You've got Kaylee McIntosh and Ashley Benoit on your left as well. Brianna's packing up. She's going home. She finished in, I believe it's 13th through 16th. Might be 9th through 12th. Where are they at in that? So Brianna is going to take 13th through 16th home. Pia is guaranteed at least 9th through 12th. And then on the right side here, we've got Vero and Kelly deep in battle. Let's see what their score line is at the moment. Keep going. I think Margaret has just
5 to
defeated
3.
Maite.
5-3, Kelly.
Oh no, that was earlier. Yes, so Kelly's up 5-3. Bavario just won that last rack. We saw Kristina Tkach in April. Margaret is down 6-2 against Wei, but she is at the table, so there's that. And Jasmine and Kristina Zlateva are in the far table, top of your view there, and they are in a heated battle as well.
Yeah.
Jasmine is up 5-3 over KZ. This layer, so lots of good action going on in the room, folks. Looks like our 7 o'clock will be Pia versus the loser of the Margaret Weiwei match. I'll go ahead and put some music up, folks, and let you guys watch some of the room view for the moment. If you want to follow along with the live scoring, please go to digitalpool.com, click tournaments, look for Olhausen Iron City Invitational. That is us, final bracket. I'll throw you a real quick commercial. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. This is Lonnie Fox Raymond, and you're watching WPBA Billiards on YouTube. All right, everybody. So Kelly Fisher defeats Veronique Menard. I think the scoreline was 8-4. Let's see if we can zoom in over here. Because our feature matchup is going to be the loser of Wei Su Chen. Sorry, I'm going to double up in sound. Excuse me. So the winner of these two matches down here are going to continue on the A side. The loser of these matches will be shipped to the B side, so neither of these ladies are out. I do believe that Wei Wei is on the hill. Let me check real quick. She is. So after these two balls here, Wei Su Chen will advance to the final four on the A side. And Margarita Fefalova will be preparing to compete against Pia Filler on our feature stream. After this 9-ball here, folks, it looks like Jasmine Ocean has also defeated Kristina Zlateva the Slayer. So hopefully they'll set these two tables up close to each other and we can get a good look of Kristina Zlateva as well as Margaret and Pia. So all right, folks, I'm going to reboot the stream. Thank you guys for watching. Make sure if you want to follow along, check out the description of this video. There is the link to the brackets. This is Lonnie Fox Raymond, and you're watching WPBA Billiards on YouTube, the Olhausen Iron City Invitational here in Birmingham, Alabama. Thank you guys again. We'll see you in just a few. It's a little Sav sighting.
The WPBA is the longest-standing women's professional pool tour and the biggest supporter of women playing pool.
An incredible community of strong women and people who are putting a lot of time and effort in growing women's pool.
It gives women something to strive for, a reason to improve their game and to try their hardest to become a better player.
I get to play with the best players in the world, and not only that, but I get to call them my friends.
Every time I get to come to an event, I feel at home with all of the girls.
Meeting and competing against fierce women.
The camaraderie amongst the players.
The fierce and high-level competition with a beautiful group of ladies.
We have always stuck together, and most of all, because of our competitive spirit with each other and our long-lasting friendships.
The organization always listens to what the players have to say, and they're always trying to improve the tour for us.